Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another Stormworks video and welcome to episode 30 of our classic career survival series. In this episode, we'll be flying back to our hangar here in the Arctic so we can start building our new amphibious rescue vehicle. So today, the plan is to get the body built and painted so then next episode we can add some engines and get it moving. But anyways guys, as always, I hope you'll enjoy. Let's get started. Alrighty guys, so helicopter is just turning on. Let's turn off all of our lights. Just those ones, was it? I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's pretty good. Very nice. Alright, we'll shut the door and we're going to head straight over now. Let's turn that up as well. Very good. Now we could probably turn off infrared mode. Very nice. And switch the video back to the map. We'll be fine. So I believe the hangar is over that way. So let's give that a sec. Take that out of minus. Turn off all those trims. Very good. Let's come up. Very nice. And we'll clear these mountains and head straight over to the hangar. I believe he's over here. Let's just double check. Yes it is, over there. Alright, so we're going to go full throttle and head over these mountains and I'll see you in the hangar. Alrighty guys, here we are in the workbench, so let's get started. I'll just quickly run you through what the plan is. So, like I said in the last video, I did want to make this thing on tracks. However, they're actually a bit small, the ones that we have unlocked. We have these little baby... Oh, I haven't unlocked them yet. We only have the baby ones, though, that we can afford to unlock. And they're a bit small for what I want to do, so... I think for now we're going to build this vehicle on wheels and then convert it to a tracked vehicle later on when we can afford it. Hopefully you're all okay with that. How wide is this going to be? I might bring that in one more, actually. That is pretty wide. So we'll come along like this, and then we're going to get some big wheels. So maybe we'll use 9x9, maybe some 7x7s will be fine. Come around like this, we'll go something like that, and maybe we'll go right there. How many gaps is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that should be fine. And then what we could do on top of this, we might come all the way to the edge about there. Here are those. And we'll chuck some 1x4s along here, like that. Very good. And then on the top of that, we might go with some little baby ones, like this. Yeah, maybe we could come out a couple more, something like that. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Then we might come up a few blocks, something like that. That's probably okay. And then to end off the side of the truck, we might go with some wedges along the side. Yeah, that's okay. We could probably put some wheel arches on as well to kind of cover those wheels up a little bit. That might not be too bad, actually. Let's keep going. So we'll chuck a pyramid in the corner, just like this. And then we'll bring the side of this all the way down like that. Maybe we'll come down 3 blocks. That'd be okay. That should be fine. We can have the wheel arches sitting right there. That should be okay, actually. Nice. So let's chuck a block in there and we'll put some little wedges in right here. Or maybe we can come down one more actually and put a little wedge in like that. I don't think the wheel could hit that. Nah, should be fine. Awesome. We'll chuck a couple blocks in there. Put a little piece in here. Or maybe that could actually be a part of the arch that's going to be here. So we'll turn this around, go like that. Yeah, something like this. I don't know. Should I bring that down one more or would that be fine? I think we might actually bring this up one more to give those wheels a fair bit of clearance. That's probably the best thing to do. So I'll chuck one of these in and turn it around like that, and then we'll have the arch go along here. That should be fine. So we'll come all the way along and then we'll put a similar thing on the back of this. So is that about here? It should be. No, I think it's in one more. So we'll go like that, chuck it here, and we'll turn it upside down and do the exact same thing at the back here. So we'll chuck one of these on like that and one more under there. Very good. Okay, so that is looking quite large actually. What we could probably do next, we'll chuck some windows in so we can start getting a bit of a shape on this. So we'll chuck some right there. It's going to look a little bit strange, isn't it? What else we got? Some 3x4x4s. Is that the big ones? I think it is. Yeah, they'll fit right here. Okay, like this. Oh, there's going to be a piece in the middle. You know what we could probably do? We could put one of these, like a little, like a pole in the middle, something like that, and come up to the windscreen. That can be kind of divided. That could be pretty cool, actually. Let's try that. We'll chuck a couple of windows on the side, go boom, and then maybe we can have the side of the truck coming up here. Except maybe we could probably delete a few bits in there. Let's chuck some inverse pyramids and see what that looks like. So if we come around like that and come up one more, maybe something like this. Yes. And we'll put a few 1x2 wedges along the top. Yep, something like that. That's not too bad. Looks a little bit interesting, doesn't it? That's all right. And we'll chuck a few wedges along here. And we'll go around and go along. I don't know how big the cabin's actually going to be. That's right, we'll work it out. And we'll seal it up like that. Now we need to work out how much room we're going to have inside. So what we could probably do, we could actually come around a couple more with these. So something like that. And then perhaps maybe we'll get some blocks and come along like so. Is that going to look a bit weird? Or maybe we could use these as little wedges actually. Grab a couple of these to get rid of that. Turn these up this way and go along like this. Is that going to be a bit strange? That doesn't look too bad from out here. Maybe we could leave it like that. Let's see how that looks when we're finished anyway. So we'll get rid of these two, and maybe we could get an inverse pyramid and stick it in there. That might look slightly better. Something like that. That's fine, actually. We'll leave it like that. And then we'll do a very similar thing on the back here. So turn this around and boom. There we go. Awesome. And chuck one of these in there just to make it look a little bit better from the outside if we can. That would be good. Okay, nice. And then maybe we could have the floor on this layer. Maybe like that. That's fine. And perhaps the seats could be up a little bit higher. So we could build the floor up here. Actually, let's get rid of all that then if we don't need it here. Oh, no. That might look a bit weird. No, we better leave it there. Actually, no, changed my mind again. We are going to bring the floor up to about here. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then we'll have a couple of seats in the front there. So let's chuck them in now. So maybe they can go here and here. And then behind that, we could possibly have a wall. Yes. And then the rest of the floor can actually drop down in the middle, I suppose. And the sides can be slightly higher. I don't think that would be too bad. Actually, we might get rid of those as well. And we'll come down one more block. Like that, and we might link that up like so. So the floor can actually drop down a little bit here. So right in this spot, we could put a little step. Something like this. We'll turn it around. Boop. Very nice. And we'll just fill in the bottom of that. So it's going to be watertight because this thing is going to float, hopefully. So we'll leave it just like that for now. So you walk up into the cabin here, and you can see out the front. And maybe in the back, we could chuck a couple of little portholes or something on the side. That'd be all right. Porthole. If I could spell, that'd be good. Porthole, and we'll chuck one of these right there. Or maybe we might lift them up one more block, actually. We'll just go up to there. That'll help us see out them a little bit better. And then shortly after that, we could end the back of the cab. So maybe about here, we'll come along like this, and we might chuck a door right in the middle. What do we got? Can we just use maybe a hinge door will be fine, won't it? We'll turn that around like this. Boop. Very good. And we'll just fill in the side like that. Nice. Very good. So we'll just fill in that bit of floor as well. Fill that in. So that room is actually going to be watertight, which is awesome. This is going to be where we drive, and we'll have probably a medical bed and our own personal bed in here. And then we're going to have a few little seats and a few utilities on the back here. It would be some sort of like tray lookalike thing, I suppose. We'll see how we go, what we end up with. Now we need to build the back of this. So what I might do, let's just keep coming along with the chassis here. Come all the way along like this, and we'll work out whereabouts we're going to get these next set of wheels. Alright, so maybe we can go something just like that. That's alright. And then we'll just continue this all the way down to about here, I think is where the end of the tray might go. So we might get rid of some of that chassis all the way to here. So that will be the length of the whole thing. I think it looks pretty cool. We have a fairly big area to play with in the back here. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to have there, but we'll work it out as we go. Now we could probably bring that down one more. And what we might do, we might copy and paste this entire wheel arch. So I'll grab the whole thing and move it to the back and see what that looks like. So copy, and I'll paste it on this side and the other side as well. So go something like that. That's right in the middle. Very good. And bring it over to here. Paste it there as well and merge everything together. Boom, boom. Nice. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I could probably fill in a little bit here too. I don't know what I want to have here. Maybe like a refuel and recharge port, I suppose. I don't really know. Come down one more. I might have to get rid of these ones. They're not meant to be there, are they? And come down to about there. Just looking at this, I might actually lift the chassis a little bit. So between the drive wheels, we'll get rid of all of that and those at the back there. I might have the chassis rails run along the top of them. That might be a bit better. And we'll have some sort of wedges. Looks like it's holding them on. I know, I'll show you what I mean in a sec. Something like that. And then we could probably build some sort of diff housing lookalike thing. So we'll get a few pipes and link it all together and see what we can come up with. So maybe we could go like this. Grab a T-piece. Yep. And make it go up into the truck. Something like that. And then we could probably grab a few little wedges and sort of build around it and see what we can come up with. Alright, so something as basic as that. We just have pipes with a T-piece coming up in the middle. Sort of looks like a diff housing, sort of doesn't. But that's okay. I might just grab it all, and we're going to copy it for all the axles we got. So copy, and we'll just paste it in between every single set of wheels we got. Because this thing will be 8-wheel drive. We also need to leave some room for propellers on the back too. So let's merge all that together. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. It will be a little bit higher up, like the whole chassis and whatnot. So that is pretty good. I'm happy with that. What I might do also is just bring this out a little bit wider to about here. Should be fine. Boop. Very good. And then I suppose we'll just connect that up like that and get rid of those. They don't need to be there. And then we need to have the tray at this height, at least in the middle part. So we'll come all the way along to about here, I suppose. And maybe just on the sides, they can raise up just a little bit above those wheel arches. Will that be okay? It should be fine. So we'll grab that from there, come all the way along like that. And then we'll do the same thing on the back here as we did on the front. So we'll put a whole bunch of wedges along and fix up these bits here. So we'll merge it, chuck that in there, turn that around, boop, and we'll do the same thing here. And then we'll chuck a whole bunch of wedges all the way along. Hopefully that looks okay. Go like this and boop. Very nice. Then we'll grab a few of these, turn them up this way, and go all the way along, please. Thank you. All the way to there. And sit one on there and one on the back. Very nice. Turn that around and boop. Very good. That is in the wrong spot. Let's get rid of that one and go there instead. That is a little bit better. Nice. I quite like that. Alrighty guys, so I just changed the wheel arches slightly. I just put this little dip in the middle of the front and the back ones. So I think that's fine. Now what I want to do next, I want to fill in all the way along here. Yes, all the way to there. Nice. And I think I'll cover a little bit more actually. We just need to leave room for propellers, that's all. Just before we finish off the back there, I would like to put some parts on here. Now, I might come down like that, get rid of those. And we might put a few wedges along here and here, just so it doesn't look so square on the edges, that's all. So what we could do, we might go like, oh, that's not going to work, is it? Deary me. What can we do here? Chuck some of these in, maybe. Might look a little bit better. Alright, so I've just sort of curved the whole thing around. I'm not sure if I'm totally happy with that, but I might leave it just for now. Might look a little bit better when we paint it, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Now, on the back here, we might chuck some ladders, but let's work out how far along we want this to go first. So, what we could probably do, we might grab some 1x4 wedges and do a similar thing on the back as we did to the front. Come along like this. Okay, we'll fill that in after. And then this is going to have to come out one more, isn't it? So we go like that. And maybe we need at least to link up to here somehow. So how can we do that? Maybe with some of these, maybe? Let's see how we go. If that comes up to there, and then we get rid of these ones and just fill in that spot there. Come along like that and fill all of this in. Does that look okay? I suppose that's fine. That's not too bad. That can probably come up to there. And then we'll get a couple ladder, and we'll have a little way up here. Whoop, there we go. Up like so, and go like that. And maybe we can have a gate on the back here for a little pivot, open and close there. And then we need to fit some little propellers under here. So maybe we could go there and there, maybe. Propeller, what do we got to play with? Just these little ones will be fine, I think. Come in one more, turn them around. That'll work there, I think. You'd hope so. And maybe right here we can have some rudders, because I expect this to sink into the water fairly far. I guess we won't know until we try it, but that's okay. Yeah, something like that. This is going to be the same. I'm going to do this separately. Boom and boom. There we go. That's the right thing to do. Very good. Okie dokie. So, let's jump back in here. We'll chuck a couple blocks. Oh, nope. Some blocks along the top of that. And then this will just go along there. And we'll have to fill in the whole bottom of this, won't we? So let's just go all the way along like this and seal the whole thing off. Nice. So that should float now in theory. It should be all boxed in. We may have to put a few pivots in. We'll see how we go, but we'll test it all out first before we do that. Now, we'll very quickly add a little gate on the back here. So just a basic little pivot setup will be fine. Go boop and fill that in like so. Nice. I like it. Now, next up, we could probably put some sort of rope anchors on the back of this. We'll add more details the more we build it, obviously. But just for today, I would like to get the main body done is a priority. But we'll put a few little bits and pieces on. Maybe we can put a couple on the sides here too, just in case. You never know if this game. Go boom, boom. Very nice. And now the front. What are we going to do here? Maybe we could add some sort of bull bar on or something with a winch. We'll see how we go. Maybe we'll start with some headlights. So spotlights will be fine for in here. Turn them around. Boom, boom. And then we're going to need a winch of some sort. So maybe we can make a little opening there. What have we got in the way of winches? Okay, we've got all these three. We'll just use a medium one. It'll be fine. We'll turn that around, chuck it in there. That'll be fine. With a toggle button for the in and the out, I guess. Chuck that around. Boop. And chuck a little block in front of it. Nice. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Should we have some little wedges on it? I don't know. I would also like to put some sort of bull bar on. So I think we can maybe try and make something out of pipes. Let's see how we go. Maybe we can turn these around, come up like this, I suppose, like that. And then come across and sit some spotlights on top of it. Let's see if we can do something here. Go along like that. And we'll go back to spotlights and chuck a few of these along the top. Will that work? I don't know about that. I don't know if I mind it or not. We might leave it for now. Yeah, that's fine. We could probably put a few more lights on the top here just to give it a bit of a good look. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. I like it a lot. All right, so the last thing I would like to do very quickly is chuck a toggle button on this gate. So just chuck that right here. That'll be fine. Not that it's going to work right at the moment, but it's ready for when we hook it all up. And possibly, let's get rid of these, actually, and we'll get some paintable pieces. So what do we need? Paintable sign? Is that what we need? And they'll go up on either side of the gate, so we can put some little markers on it to show whereabouts it is. So maybe if I just use some black in paint, that'd be good. Just come all the way down like this on one side, and then all the way up on the other side. That'd be fine. Then we'll paint the inside of the gate the color that we end up making the whole thing. That'll be fine. So what I might do, I might give this thing a quick lick of paint, and then we'll spawn it in, and I'll show you guys what we've done. Alrighty guys, this is what I've come up with. We have some blue with some grey and a little bit of an angle on the front there. I think it looks pretty good. And we have some black diff housings underneath. I haven't painted the inside of the tub or the inside of the cabin yet because it's going to wait until we've put everything in. So yeah, that's the story with that. And we have a yellow bull bar there with some yellow spotlights, and on the roof as well, they're yellow too, with some black wheels. Anyway, let's spawn this in and have a look what it looks like in the world. Very nice. Whoa, it sits nice and high, doesn't it? Very cool. Should be pretty good, this thing. Let's push it out into the open so we can see. Oh, goodness me, I'm lifting it up. Yeah, big push so we can have a look at it in the sun. That would be nice. Come on, let's get it right out there. Hopefully it doesn't go too far because it has no handbrake at the moment. So I'll get ready to stop it in a sec. Oh, that looks like a beast, doesn't it? Very cool. I like it. Very nice. It looked pretty cool when we put it on tracks as well at some point. I like it. Very nice. Awesome. But anyway, guys, next episode, we're going to be adding an engine into this thing and hopefully getting it moving by the end of the video should be pretty good. But if any of you have any suggestions or comments or whatnot for this thing, feel free to let me know down below and I'll check them all out. But for now, guys, I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.